Welcome back to the 40-day challenge. It's day 3 of embracing the race. And day 3 is titled A Time to Run and a Time to Walk. The verse that she shares at the beginning here is Isaiah 40, verse 31. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. It's 8:17. I should still be able to talk, but you know. This one was really fun because she actually talks about Jeff Galloway and the run-walk method, and how when she was training for her first half marathon, she realized that she was going to need to incorporate something other than trying to just run those miles straight, because she was having problems with her knees. And so she found out about Jeff Galloway's run-walk method and incorporated that, and she was able to successfully complete a half marathon using that. And I know I've used that method for longer runs, and it's absolutely wonderful. And she shares in here how that can be applied to our relationship with God, and that he doesn't want us to be constantly just going, that we need to have those walk breaks or that time where we just slow down and just spend time with him. And what she says in here is, we falsely think that we can keep going at a breakneck pace, but God designed us to intentionally slow down at specific times on our race of faith. 1-minute walks paint a picture of our time to be still with God. Life is often weary. We feel as if we faint at the next announcement of bad news. We are so easily overcome with stress, worry, anxiety. But when we continue at full steam with no intention of slowing down, we feel overcome with exhaustion and pain we simply can't handle. And I'll pause right there just to say that the things that I've talked about in the past 2 days of this, totally relates to that and my reaction towards things that happen in life. If I haven't been intentional about that quiet time, then I find myself getting anxious more easily, just quickly reacting to things where I really need to, take a step back and be like, God's got this, it's not in my hands, he's in control, that type of thing. And all of that is completely true. She goes on to say, we must be intentional in carving out time with Jesus. Time to rest, time to be renewed and refreshed, time to just be still in his presence. We are called to soar like an eagle, not rage mindlessly like a hamster on a wheel, which I appreciate because we have a hamster and he loves to run on his wheel. So I get that reference. Our quiet time with him prepares us to go back out on the course of life and keep going. Our time in prayer keeps us connected with him, allowing us to breathe easier when life unexpectedly shakes us up. Which, 2020 and 2021, hello. No one saw any of that coming. The very last couple sentences she has in here I really liked. So when I get overwhelmed with a long-term challenge facing me, I choose to run and not grow weary. I can choose to walk and not faint. Why? Because my hope is in him. And that's key. To know where you put your hope. And some people don't put it in God, they put it in different things. I think that God is the most stable hope that I've ever had in my life. All right, her questions. Is there an area of your life where God is asking you to slow down? It's funny because I'm on this, this trip right now, and I probably have been going too much on this trip. Not to say that God's asking me to slow down the trip, but just this trip is a great analogy of going, and maybe not enjoying it as much as I probably could have if I wasn't trying to cram a whole bunch of stuff in. And I think that the same probably could be said for a faith walk. What comes to my mind is like being involved with different things at church or different things in the community. And all these things are great. And they could be, showing people who God is and all that jazz. But if you're not getting filled, you're not even going to probably enjoy what you're doing out there as much as you could have, if that makes sense. Where do you need to walk with God instead of running in your own strength? I'm gonna go back to what I just said. Exactly. Like if you're involved or even in charge of some sort of ministry or outreach, you need to have God backing it. And the way to do that is to make sure that you're spending your time with him. That way you can know what his direction is. And it's like that for life, I would think too. You need to know where he wants you to go, how he wants you to treat this specific person. What are you supposed to do in this particular situation type deal. Take time to be still before him so he can give you the eagle's perspective. That's what I'm saying. That quiet time can make all the difference in a day. It really can. That's why I like to do it in the morning. I know my husband, he likes to read at night, and everybody's got their own preferences on when they like to do it. Like why I don't read at night is because I'm usually so tired that I'm not going to really be able to remember what I read or be able to really absorb it. That's a good word for it, absorb it, because I'm just so tired at night. So I like to do it in the morning. My husband does it at night, you know. You just find that time where you can really absorb what God's trying to tell you. And her last verse, Proverbs 4:12, when you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. I'm thinking that is, the reply to why this is so important. That your steps will not be hampered and you won't stumble. And I really believe it's true. So I hope you enjoyed this one tonight. I like the reference to Jeff Galloway, that I wouldn't have been able to run 13 miles if it wasn't for Jeff Galloway's method. So I hope you're enjoying this, day 3 out of 40. So I will see you tomorrow for day 4.